code that's going to prepare you for your live event. And then the webinar, you said you wanted some feedback on your graphic.
Uh-huh.
Attention high performing women, free webinar.
So they all say the same thing. I just changed the pictures.
Attention high performing women, 3 keys to master your mind, elevate your spirit, and achieve your goals. Okay. Is there a reason you're putting that to the forefront?
I'm going to do it on LinkedIn, and positive intelligence is something that's more business oriented.
Okay.
So I'm trying to pull some people from LinkedIn more so than Facebook anymore. But I don't have to put it on there. I do. I have to put it in my actual coaching materials and my training materials, but I don't necessarily have to put it on this. I just put it on this because I know that there are other positive intelligence is something that is known on LinkedIn.
Okay.
It's still relatively new.
Okay, no problem. Here's what I want you to do, right? If we're going to do a webinar on the 3 keys to master your mind, elevate your spirit, and achieve your goals, I want you to do this webinar for the next 90 days.
Okay. I'm going to post the exact same thing, the exact same image, or post different
I
images.
mean, well, what you want to do in marketing, everything's about testing, right? So what you want to do, you want to post the different images, whatever's getting the most engagement, that's the one you want to continue to post. Your audience will tell you, what they like and what they're attracted to. I think that the woman in the picture looks a little young for the demographic that would attend this webinar. So I like I like that picture more because that to me that seems like a high performing woman. So I would maybe find if you want to do alternate picture, maybe find a different picture.
Like, I don't know if you can see my screen.
Mm-hmm.
Those two women, and then the two at the table.
Mm-hmm. I think any of those that says business women,
Okay.
I think would be attractive.
I said I had one with my little girl on there, but I decided that probably was the best one.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely something that says this is for me, right? People need to see themselves. Otherwise, they're gonna keep scrolling. They're gonna think this isn't relevant to me. So,
Okay.
but other than that, I think everything else is fine. 3 keys to master your mind, elevate your spirit, and achieve your dreams. I like that.
Think I should take the positive intelligence off? I don't mind taking it off.
Nope, I would leave it. And if you don't get a response, then maybe take it off. But if you say that this is term that your audience will identify with or understand or pique their interest, I would leave it. Just make sure you have DST instead of EST.
Yeah, DST, because the 12th is when we go to daylight savings time.
Oh, okay. And then instead of register on Eventbrite, the link should either be like in your bio, in the caption, like direct people exactly where to go in order to register. Keep it. So we want to think when we're marketing, you want to tell people exactly what you want them to do, right? Because when you leave people up to their own antics, if they feel like it's too difficult, they're gonna go to something else. We have attention span in a matter of seconds. So tell them exactly what you want to do. You may even want to change the color maybe of like register with link in the bio or something like that to bring
So do
it
you think
back.
the yellow is too dark? Do you think
No,
that?
I like the colors.
Okay.
I would test each color, see what gets responses, and then begin to eliminate.
Okay.
Okay, so let's talk about your plan for this, right? How often do you plan to promote this? Where are you going to be promoting it? What's your goal as far as how many people you want to have signed up, how many people you want to show up, and how many people you're hoping to get to book a call?
Okay, so my first event is going to be on the 12th, and that is I'm promoting that on LinkedIn. I'm going to do LinkedIn and Facebook. I'm going to boost it or do an ad on Facebook, but I'm going to market it more heavily. I don't really do much on LinkedIn, but I think that's where some of my clients are. That's certainly where the people are who have money, which is who the people I'm trying to get to.
That's
So
right.
I'm going to start being active on LinkedIn, and so I plan to do it at least once a month. I'm thinking that I'll do that once a month, and then do the coffee once a month, and I'm going to find something else that I can do to alternate so that I can constantly stay in front of them, but not necessarily doing the same thing. What do you think about that?
I like it. I think the webinar, but here's the thing, right? If people don't book a call on the webinar for whatever reason, invite them to the coffee, right? If people don't book a call on the coffee, invite them to the webinar, right? That's the
Okay.
great thing about having two assets. And I love the fact that you have the virtual coffee as one because there's not much thought and energy that needs to be poured into that as it is a webinar. Webinar, you got to be on, you got to keep the energy up,
Yeah.
you have to entertain a little bit. Coffee, you are just like networking and organically getting to know people and inviting them to work with you.
Nick, I'm thinking about reactivating my podcast. I had my podcast Pivot to Greatness. I had that for a
Give
year.
me 90 days. Give me 90 days, Dr. Sue.
That 90 days just
90
with
days of just webinar, just virtual coffee.
right.
And then I will personally help you launch your podcast.
Okay.
But give me 90 days of focus.
Okay. So just these two things, webinar and coffee for 90 days.
Webinar and coffee. That's all we're driving people traffic, all we're driving traffic to. And the reason for that, and we've had this conversation, but I think it's important because Teresa's here and Devin's here. The reason for that is because you can only give 100% of your time, energy, and money, right? If you're just one person, it is better to give 100% to one thing than 25% to this, 25% to this, 25% to this, 25% to this. And not only that, you wind up confusing your audience as well. What you want me to do? You want me to listen to the podcast? You want me to join the virtual workshop? You want me to do the webinar? You want to make sure it is concise, right? So when people come to me or when people see my ads, they either see, actually, they don't see two things. They see, watch this webinar, watch this training, right? Because that's all I want you to do is just watch the training. Then when you get in the training, all I want you to do is to book a call. Then when you book a call, now I can sell you, right? Instead of me trying to, mix up the goals and the effort. So 90 days, I want to challenge everybody, 90 days of focus. I want you to focus on one thing, right? Dr. Sue can focus on two because we've been working a minute, but focus on one thing. Listen, starting a business can be complicated, but it doesn't have to be. There's 3 things every entrepreneur needs to know when they're getting ready to start their business. Number 1, that there's a difference between starting a business and launching a business. You don't want to just start a business. You need to put a strategic plan in place so that you can actually accomplish the results that you're looking for. Number 2, where are you going to get your first customers? And not just any customers, but customers who will pay you a premium. And then number 3, where to get funding for your business. If you're looking to grow the business, you need something to start it with. So if you are a new or aspiring entrepreneur, or you're looking to launch a new product or service, I want to invite you to my free training where I'm teaching you how to launch your business in the next 90 days or less using the resources you have, okay? Because it gets real out here. So if you want to attend that training, make sure you click the link in the description below, and I will see you in the training. Did you like that episode? Not only do I want you to click like and subscribe, but I want you to binge watch the next episode right here.